Oh, there they are. Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to another episode of my Monday Night Live podcast. It's every Monday night, and it's fucking live. It's 9 p.m. Monday, the 20th of May. I am in a terrible mood, and I can't be bothered. But before we get into the negatives, let's talk about some positive things. Number one, if you want to come and see me live on stage, you can, and you live in England, you can come and see me on Friday night in Colchester. I don't even know where that is. As part of the Comedy Store. The London Comedy Store are doing a tour, and Colchester is on the list on Friday, and then on Saturday it's Wellingborough. Wellingborough quoi? Bah oui, Wellingborough. I don't know where that is either. They're all about an hour outside of London. Wellingborough. Oh, Jesus. You can come and see me that on Saturday, and then next week, if you live in Paris, this is the big one, it's Paul Taylor and Friends on the 29th of May at the Apollo Theatre. Come and see me and 4 of the best speaking comedians. That would help, wouldn't it? Comedians that actually speak. Yes, 4 of the best English speaking comedians. 29th of May. You can find the tickets. Where's my little thing? The tickets, there they are. paultaylorcomedy.com/tickets for Paul Taylor and Friends. The other 2, if you live near Colchester or Wellingborough, you just got to type Comedy Store Colchester or Comedy Store Wellingborough, and you'll find the tickets. All right. What else is positive? Oh, if you're doing nothing on this Sunday, come and support me in Paris I'm doing the Adidas 10K run with my daughter in a pram. I'm running in a pram. This is one of the reasons why I'm annoyed today is running, right? But you can come and support me and my daughter running the 10K in Paris, the Adidas 10K. Just look it up, follow the route, come and say hi as I'll be running. All in black with nice yellow shoes. That's gonna be me. Number 2, the other positive thing that happened a couple of weeks ago. I tasted one of the best non-alcoholic beers I've ever had in my entire life from a company called the Brussels Beer Project. And my manager Adam did his job, called them up, said, "Hey, do you want to sponsor this podcast?" And they said no. But they're not sponsoring a podcast, but they did send me some beers. First of all, when you look at the box is already pretty sexy. The box is amazing. Inside the box, they have this, which says, "Hey, gorgeous, nice place you have here," because obviously they're sending it to your house. I wonder, so that's amazing. And in the box, they gave me loads of stuff. There's a little t-shirt that they gave me. Look at the marketing for these guys. This is the kind of shit that I love. The attention to detail. Look at that. Brussels Beer Project t-shirt, which I will never wear. But that's cool. What else? They've got like all of their beers and all of the stuff in there. The one that I tried was the Picobello, and that was delicious. But they also have another non-alcoholic beer. Where is it? It's this one here. It's the Pico Nova, which I'm going to try right now. And they sent me some other beers as well. Thank you. They sent me some real alcoholic beers. And the names are amazing. Juice Junkie. What else have they got? Brewster Gang. And what's this one? Monkey something. Monkey Cowboy. Mexican Cowboy. Not monkey. Anyway, I'm keeping all of those beers. Thank you, Brussels Beer Project. Congratulations on a great non-alcoholic beer in the Picobello. But I'm going to try the other one, which is Pico Nova. Is it as good? Here's the test. Cheers, everyone. Santé, Monday night. It might as well be Sunday night with the fucking bank holiday. Wait, cheers. Should I put this in a glass? No, I don't have a glass. Oh, it's good. It's another good one. I still prefer the Picobello, but that is delicious. And there's no notes on it. There you go. It's a non-alcoholic beer, and it's fucking delicious. That's all you need to know. Positive number 3, ladies and gentlemen. I got a message from somebody called Maeva on Instagram who said, "Hey, your live is the best announcement of the day. I'm going back to work tomorrow after a week off, after my mum visited, that I see twice a year because of a different work situation. I'm starting tomorrow I'm no idea if you'll read this. Yes, I am. But this Monday Night Live is more than welcome to keep my mind busy and off stress tonight. Maeva, I'm here with you. We are here. It is the weekly free therapy session with Paul Taylor. And it's my free weekly. The other good news. It's actually all good news. It's my mum's birthday today, ladies and gentlemen. So please shout out my mum in the comments. Send her some love. Happy birthday, mum. I already called you, but happy birthday. And if you're not watching this, mum, you're out getting drunk with your friends. So you're probably not watching this. So anyway, happy birthday, mum. Oh, God. Right. Yeah, that's a good beer. How are you? Kristen Kim's drinking green tea. As Bratislava, Paul Taylor, influenceur de la fausse bière. Yeah, I'm a fake beer influencer. I'm a fake influencer. What else is going on? Wow, how's your training going for the marathon? All right, should we start with that? Fucking hell. It's 100 days until the Paralympic Games, ladies and gentlemen. So shout out to all the Paralympians who are going to try and navigate through Paris with the non-accessible metro system and a non-accessible... the buses are pretty good, but the taxis are rough compared to London. And a shout out to all the disabled people who will be coming to Paris for the Paralympic Games. It's going to be unreal. I'm excited about the Olympics, or I was until I decided to do the Olympic marathon. And because of that, I'm training for a marathon, which is, oh God, it's so annoying. I'm more annoyed than anything else because my body just isn't doing it. It's just my mind is there. I finally found something that I hate as much as stand-up comedy and I love as much as stand-up comedy. And it's running, right? One day, I'm in a great mood. The run has gone amazingly well. I'm so happy. It's great. I'm getting towards my goal. Much like stand-up, when you have a great gig, you have a great 15-minute gig or a great full show, and you're so happy that you're buzzing. You're like, oh, come on, this is amazing. And then the next day, you have a shit run. It's horrible. You have sore knees. Something's going on. And you feel like the most depressed you've ever felt, which is me today. Listen, last week, I went out for a 16-kilometer run in Paris at night, and my knee was just, my left knee isn't working. It's just, there's something going on my IT band, I think it's called, or ITB band, I don't know. It's something, I've auto-diagnosed myself again. I've called up my physio. He's like, all right, try this, whatever. And it's just, I can't do it. It's not, my knee isn't keeping up with it. Which is really frustrating because everything else is. My mind is there. I'm excited about this marathon. I'm excited about the training. I'm excited to go out. Tomorrow, I was supposed to go out for like a speed run, a tempo run it's called, and have Paula Radcliffe, the legendary Olympic champion marathon winner Paula Radcliffe from the UK, in my ears, guiding me through it. But I probably won't be able to do it. I tried to go out today. My knee started hurting, then the rain started coming down, then my heart rate wasn't working on my watch because that was why I was running. I was running to keep a lower heart rate. It's all a complicated thing, and I'm just depressed. I can't be fucked. It's annoyed me. On top of which, I had a gig this weekend in Geneva on Saturday, which it wasn't amazing. I didn't have an amazing gig. So it was all right. It was fine, but I was annoyed at myself that I didn't do better. And I'm annoyed at my body that it can't keep up. I'm old. I'm 37 years old. What do you want? It's not an excuse because older people have done marathons way more than I have. And I think that's the annoying thing. But I have to go. I'm going to go see the physio again. It's like the third time I've gone. I just want to do the training and it be hard, but it's not hard. It's just painful. As in, it's not hard. I'm not out of breath. I'm not unfit. I'm fit, but my body just won't do it. So I'm trying to do other strength training like squats and stuff to build up the muscles in my legs, calves, hamstrings, quads to help the knee. It's not going on. So anyway, it's as Josem Rivero says, your mind says yeah and your body says no. So yeah, I'm annoyed. So I mean, it just means I have to run really slow, and I'm bored. I'm sitting there going, all right, I'm running now. Okay, my knee, I can feel it. And then I just can't run at the speed that I want to run. So it's fucking annoying. Anyway, Pokerage, what you need is a hot compress for the knee. Yeah, apparently it's cold because that reduces inflammation. Hot relaxes the muscles. Cold reduces inflammation. So whatever. Romain, talking about the marathon, I did yesterday to la Route du Louvre in the north of France. It was fucking hard to be honest, but fuck me, it was amazing. My legs are out now, but it's worth it. Yeah, here's the thing, my legs are out after 5K. I did 16K last week, and my knee really hurt the next day. I did 4 kilometers today, and my knee was fine because I was running slow, but it's fucking slow. Do you know what I mean? So whatever. I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed. I don't know what's going on. And I'm in one of those annoying moods. So yeah. Runners high and comedians high is the same thing, I guess. It is exactly that. And runners low and comedians low is exactly the same thing in my mind as well, which is probably why I'm doing them both and why I still haven't given up with the running. I've just bought another pair of running shoes, which is my race day shoes. I'm training in one pair and then racing in another. So today I took the race shoes out for a little run, just to see what they feel like, because they they're supposed to reduce fatigue in your legs, the racing shoes that have like carbon fiber in the shoes, and it just means that obviously you run faster, but at my level, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to be running any fucking faster, but apparently it takes the stress off your knees and legs and muscles, so you feel better. I was like, yeah, fine, I'll feel it better. Oh, do you know what I didn't do? Yeah, I did. So yeah, it's giving me some tips here, AW. You could read Alan Gordon's book, The Way Out, in case it's not a structural pain, but a conditioned response. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. Pokraj, right, let's celebrate the small victories. 4 kilometers is great. No, it's not. Well, it would have been a bit more, but it decided to completely thunder it down. And I didn't want to get my new shoes destroyed in the rain. Because I'm wearing them on Sunday for the 10 kilometers. Bright yellow shoes. So that way you can spot me if you're out there supporting me, which you won't be. Yeah, whatever. I'm not interested. I don't care anymore. It's here's the thing, right? When I have a bad gig, manager Adam, Manu, my light and sound guy, anybody could after the gig go, no, it was great. It was a good gig. Don't worry, it was fine. No words of encouragement help me because I know that it could be better because I have the previous ones to compare it to, and it's just one of those things. Fucking hell. Raquel Regal is saying, look out for the Taylor sisters in Colchester. They did write Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Did they? I had no idea. And I don't know who the Taylor sisters are. But listen, there's many, many Taylors that are very great. And there's some more. Anyway, am I going to go see my mum for my birthday? No, it's today. So it's too late. I'm not seeing my mum for my birthday. I saw her on FaceTime. But I am in fucking, where am I going to? Colchester. Mum, if you want to come up to Colchester, then come and say hi. And we'll go out for a drink for your birthday. Or in Wellingborough, mother. Fucking Wellingborough. I don't know where these places are. They're in England somewhere. And I now, this week, have to prepare 15 minutes. I don't even know how long I'm supposed to be doing because no one's told me. I presume it's 15 minutes. Of comedy for English people that live in the middle of nowhere. So that's a new challenge. That's fun. Hopefully, my comedy muscles won't be as sore as my running muscles. And, do you know what I mean? Hopefully, it'll be good. Colchester, I think, is in Essex or somewhere near Essex. It's in the east, and Wellingborough is a little bit north. Look it up. Fucking Google Map it, mate. Yeah, mate. All right, and some more information from AW here. Conditioned response. It means that sometimes the brain gets confused and recreates a symptom, even when the original injury is not current anymore, to summarize it quickly. Okay, well, I tell you the good news is that my foot that was destroyed a month ago from running, like I had a problem on the top of my foot, that's completely disappeared. So my physio has worked well, and I guess it wasn't a problem with the running shoes. Everything was good. But now the knees are... and it might be the overcompensating because I'm scared of re-injuring this foot, and probably subconsciously, I don't want to push it, it's just one of those things. I can't be arsed, mate. I can't be arsed. Adam Crosby. Manager Adam. He used to live in Colchester for 4 years. It's a shithole. Great. I'm glad that I'm over there to do comedy. Whoo! Also, if you want to come and see me at the Edinburgh Festival, I'll be at the Edinburgh Festival for 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks of what do you call it? Of August, with my new show that doesn't exist yet. But I'm working on it. So that's the whole reason I'm going to Colchester and Wellingborough. Oh my goodness me. Is it going to be a nightmare? Pago Phyllis, did I look at the subreddit? No, I didn't. I don't know how Reddit works, and I don't have time, unfortunately. We need to choose an official spelling for, do you know what I mean? It's definitely not how you've spelt it, Kristen. CHU, that's Chanawa I mean. Chanawa mama I mean. Oh, look at that. Someone's dropped in a super chat. Normal guy, 898. Hello, my friend. Thank you so much for your $4.99. That's unbelievable. I haven't had a super chat in decades. Thank you so much. You could also sign up to Patreon, where you would get extra exclusive stuff for the same amount of money, basically. If you're wanting to support the show and my therapy, then you can go to patreon.com/Paul Taylor. I speak for an extra hour. We do 2 hours of Monday Night Live for the Patreon crew. I do 1 hour with you lot, and then another hour with the Patreon crew, who are absolute legends for supporting the channel, for helping me for allowing me to to provide this content for free. What content exactly is fucking shite? Bratislava. That should have been the title of the show. It doesn't exist yet, but I'm working on it. That is actually a really funny title for an Edinburgh Fringe show. I love it! Goodness me. Goodness me! So yeah, I'm just not in a good mood today. Not in a good mood. And that's part of, it's part of the... first time tuning in, Manchester, fucking Tom Mortishire Smith. What an English name. I fucking love it, Tom. Look at your picture. You look very... what's the word I'm looking for? Just... mysterious. That's the word, mysterious. Fucking Manchester. Tom, did you come and see my show in Manchester when I did it in September? If not, why not? And maybe I'll be back in Manchester soon, like in the autumn, to do my new full show, which doesn't have a title yet, but I'm working on it. Puckraj says that Tom looks hot. There we go. Tom, you've pulled. Well done, mate. Well done. Misha Luna, you're late to the party. Doesn't matter. We're in France. How late is late? All right, let's discuss it. How late is late? I know in France, and I've talked about this before, that you've got a phrase, les 15 minutes de politesse, which means the 15 minutes of politeness, which to a British person basically means you're a prick. But in France, it feels like there's like a 15-minute thing. And me and my wife had so many arguments when people would invite us to their house, right? They'd be like, it's a house party. Whatever, it's not even a house party. It's, hey, come round our house for dinner, 7 p.m. I'm like, great. That means, to me, and my English mental state is like, we need to be there at 7 p.m. Otherwise, it's rude if we show up at 7:15, because if the person is cooking food, right, and it's dinner, then 15 minutes is enough for it to be cold and taste like shit. So we should probably show up on time. And my wife is like, no, you can't show up on time. That's rude to show up on time. Like, why did they say 7 o'clock then? If it's rude, why would they say it's rude to show up on the time that you've told me that you're going to show up? It's maybe rude to show up early. I feel like in the UK, sometimes people show up early because you want to all be present at 7 for whatever the thing is. And it's 15 years, 15 and a half. I've been with my wife, and for 15 and a half years, we have this argument about showing up late. Now, I've had to get used to it because I do shows, and every time we do a show, we start it at least 15 minutes late. If the show time, if on your ticket, if you buy a ticket to one of my shows in France, and it says 8 p.m., the show's going to start at 8:15. At least at 8:10 at the earliest. Because people are still coming in, blah, blah, blah. Because everyone decides, show's at 8, I'll show up at 5 minutes to 8. Yeah, but dickhead, there's a queue of people trying to get in to the place and they're finding their seats. What do you think is going to happen? So it drives me crazy. Whereas, where were we and we had to start the show like bang on time? Adam, where were we? I can't remember where it was. But editor Florian... Florian Beaufreton, Papa Flo. I'm late too, but I don't feel bad now. I've got a good reason. You're French, but you live in fucking Montreal, so respect it, son. All right? You French bastards. Being late all the time to everything. It drives me nuts. I'm Italian, says Gio Trevi, and if you tell me to be there at 7, I'll be there at 7. Thank you, because you're a normal human being. Good work. Love it. That is the correct answer. What else? I want to see what you bastards have got to say. Ines is saying, how do we get tickets for Colchester? Go to livenation.co.uk and then type in Comedy Store Colchester and you'll find it. I don't have a direct link to the tickets because the idea is I didn't want anyone I know there. But buy some tickets. Come and see the show in Colchester. I'll be doing 15 minutes, I think. Red Becky says punctuality is very important. Kristen Kim, my family is always an hour late serving the meal. I mean, it's a specific... I mean, all right, if it's 7 p.m. for dinner, but it's just like, oh, come over at 7 p.m. Dinner might not be served at 7 p.m., but it's just... I want to... It drives me nuts, the French lateness. I mean, obviously, I would have a heart attack if I went to Morocco. I feel like the more you get towards the equator, right... the later people are. The further north you are, the more on time they are. Britain, we're pretty much on time. Scandinavia is probably on time. I don't know. But you go down. Even within France, you start at the north, they're pretty much on time. You go to Marseille, forget it. They'll show up the next day. I lived in Spain for a bit. Spain's a nightmare, so that's further down south. I don't know what it's like in the north of Africa and then heading down towards... Well, the equator hits at some points, then you're going away from the equator after a certain point, right? I guess after Ecuador is in South America, so that would make sense because it's Equateur. That should, in theory, that's on the equator, right? It doesn't matter. That's my theory. The hotter it is, the later you are. That's just the way it is. Misha Luna, look, I'm half French, half North African. I have ADHD and I'm physically incapable of being on time. Yeah, you're doubly incapable of being on time. There you go, Misha. So no worries, you showed up 18 minutes late. It's fine. Milena L. Ouais, enfin, si on se pointe en retard, c'est parce que tous les spectacles commencent à la bourre. If I show up late to a show, it's because all shows start late. What's first, the chicken or the egg? Here's the thing. I'm never late because I'm at the show 2 hours before you are, right? So I'm not late. I would start on time, but no one is sat in the fucking seats. Half the room is still empty, which is what I had to go out to when I opened for Dave Chappelle a few weeks ago. The legendary Dave Chappelle. And I walk out on stage as the opening act in front of half of the room that are still walking in. Oh, it was horrific. It was just like my run today. Just everything was frustrating me, and it wasn't my fault. And I just felt that it was shit. So there we go. Tom from fucking Manchester. Congratulations, Manchester, by the way. I don't know if you're a City fan or a United fan, but if you're a City fan, congratulations on another Premier League. Anyway, if you tell me not to be there, if you tell me to be there at 7, I'm there at 6:45. All right. That's fucking weird, Tom. I'll be honest. That's even worse than the French. Because here's the thing. Here's what happens with my wife, right? Let's say, I feel like it happens all the time, and now I can't come up with the example of when it happens. We invite people around our house, okay? And when they come round, they come usually, 10 to 15 minutes late. My wife is still in the shower at that point. There's just no time management happening in this country. I don't know how people get along, apart from when you say, hey, we're going on strike, it's at this time, at this day, then we all know where to be, right? Or when it's a public holiday, like it was today. Fuck, it feels like a Sunday, because daughter was home all day, and I got no work done for a Monday, and it's just annoying. That's probably another reason I'm annoyed, is just having spent a long weekend with my daughter in Switzerland, where she hated everything. And why do people even try going on holiday with kids? Oh, well, we got to find a trampoline, because otherwise she won't sit still. Good work. Pagophilius, get a Guinness down. You know what? I'm this close to getting. I actually feel like a Guinness right now. To be honest, I feel like an alcoholic. Adam, I'm taking one of your alcoholic beers. All right, I'm putting it in the freezer. Lemongrass cold IPA. All right, it's going in the freezer. Just remind me. That it's in there. Piss off. Just remind me. I'll set a timer for what? For 20 minutes? What time is it? It's 26 minutes past. I will open it at 5:02, which is in half an hour. Half an hour? No, that's too long. I don't want to wait. Timer, 20 minutes. Let's go. Where is Charlie? Où est Charlie? 30 minutes late max for me, but other question, how early is too early? All right, let's go with it. How early is too... I think any early is too early. I'll be honest. It depends what you're going for. If you're just, like, meeting with friends, right? I'm always the one, usually, who's on time. It drives me nuts when everyone's late. I just feel like you're not respecting the other person's time, right? I'm a busy man. I've got stuff to do. And it's like, oh, let's meet for a coffee at 3. If you're there at 3:30... you're just not respecting my time. It drives me. I just feel like it's a not respect. If you show up at 2:30 for a coffee, well, then you've got half an hour to wait for me. So it depends. If you're showing up to someone's house, I feel like earlier than the time allotted is not acceptable. If you're there at 55 minutes, past the hour, fucking walk around for 5 minutes. Go for a run, hurt your knee, cry about it, bitch about your watch not correctly measuring your beats per minute, and then join the party. If you show up, I reckon for me, 10 minutes is the limit. If you're showing up to someone's house and you're 10 minutes late, that is acceptable. 15 is pushing it, right? It's definitely not polite. But if you show up to, I don't know, a marathon or a 10K race, then you should be early because it starts on time. Here's the thing, people are capable of showing up on time because certain parts of society, you haven't got a choice. If you show up for, I was going to say a train, but I live in France and they're always fucking late. If you show up for a flight, they're usually late. What do you show up for and you have to be on time because it's a TV show? No, because you've got Netflix now. The news, what do you have to, you don't have to show, I think that's part of the problem with society. Okay? I think the problem with society is that we're not forced to show up on time for anything anymore. My mum said I didn't read my message. Well, mum, happy birthday, and I'll go back up and try and find your message. Now, popped in to say thank you guys for birthday greetings. There you go, Mother. Mother Mary. Don't be late for school, says Raquel Regal, the teacher. That is correct. School starts on time. Adult. Let's talk about adults, right? We used to be punctual because of syndicated programming. Yeah, when you wanted to watch an episode of your favorite TV show, you had to be in front of the TV on fucking time. Job interview, correct. Airplane. Well, again, airplanes. The thing is with an airplane, you show up 2 hours ahead of time. So you're never really late for the plane unless you're late. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's always a chance you can get through security. There's always a chance that you can run. And you're not, because they close the boarding gate before the flight, so it's difficult. I feel like an airplane, you can never be late. A plane, right? Train. I reckon a train. Most trains, I'm joking here, obviously the SNCF do a great job, but especially in Switzerland, then the train's gone. So you got to show up on train for a time. You got to show up on train for a time. Red Becky, how old is May today? Well, I will let her reveal the answer in the comments. I'm not gonna, what's the word? Dox her with her age. But she's as young as I am. There we go. Client meetings. Stockholm Christina. I guess you don't have very many French clients. Or live and work in France. Because let me tell you, no one's on time for client meetings. Our accountant was late. Well, we were late for the accountant, to be fair, because there was traffic. Which meant he wasn't early. He wasn't on time to his next rendezvous. What other? It just, no one's on time. I mean, in my line of work, it's because no one does anything in my line of work. Idiots. Even me. I'm sitting around doing fuck all for 4 months, apart from this. This is the work that I'm doing because you guys are paying me to do it. The Patreon lot, and also the people dropping super chat. So this is my job, and... Red Becky is guessing in her 60s. Oh, there we go. Correct answer is Mother Mary is timeless, as Pokraz Roy says. Adam Crosby with the insults has seen many summers. She hasn't, because she's lived in the UK, so she's seen about 5 summers in her entire life. And worse than that, she's from Northern Ireland, so there's even less summers. Oh, at the cinema. Okay, yeah, you can show up on time at the cinema, but then you've got all the adverts, so still, you can get away with it. You can get away with it. Maxime Boudet. My boss is always late for meeting, since she's always stuck in some other meeting. That is the life of a fucking boss and a manager. Isn't that right, Adam Crosby? Way! Have you got me any more gigs for the month of June in the UK? If not, I'm writing to all my comedy English friends, Lola, to say, yo, mon tabarnak esti, je viens vous voir, calice. I don't know why I'm writing to them in Québécois, mais c'est pas grave, tabarnak. Kazuhiko, one of my friends, I was going to say my only friend on the Nike Run Club app. In case of a full marathon, we need to find the right place in the huge queue depending on the target pace. I would arrive 30 minutes. Is that it? I think they're going to make us show up way before that. Speaking of marathons, I'm doing my first half marathon in 2 weeks in Chantilly. I guess it's 3 weeks. But again, I'm annoyed because I'm not going to be running it like I want to run it because my fucking knee's going to be buggered, innit? Was May called May because she was born in May? It's a great question. I don't know. Mum, where are you? You got to answer these questions. Or have you gone out and you gone out on the piss again? It's not her real name. Her nickname is May. But I feel like that's probably part of it. Her real name's Mary. Mother Mary! Which is why I like that song by the Beatles, Let It Be, so much. When I found myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary spoke to me. I don't know what the lyrics are. That's how much I like it. I'm useless. I'm autistic. I'm not. But I feel like there's a part of my brain that just doesn't listen to lyrics. It only listens. What I love about Let It Be are the chords. It's just the chords, the piano. Oh, it's like heaven listening to that song. And it's Mother Mary came to me, called to me, came to me. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be, Mother Mary! You're supposed to be in, Canada. I'd like to go back to Canada. It's one of my favourite places on the planet, along with Australia. And yeah, with this new English show, we need to be going to Canada more often. I just need to, I don't know what I'm doing. Ladies and gentlemen. Doing comedy only in English. For who? Who am I doing it for? Oh, goodness me. There we go. Misha Luna's singing it in written. Mother Mary comes to me. Wouldn't it be funny if you took every song and just did it in a Northern Irish accent? It'd be funny if all singers were Northern Irish, especially like. What's the song? What's that song? What's the song? It sounds proper London. Oh, the people, so many people, and they all go hand in hand, Blur, Park Life, through their Park Life. Can you imagine doing that with an Irish accent? All the people, so many people, and they all go hand in hand through their Park Life. Any fucking parks. Now I'm going to get demonetized from YouTube because I'm singing songs, and I tell you what, if it comes up in my things as like a cover, I'm singing a cover band, because they do that. This is what happens on YouTube. It's happened before where I've been singing with an actual singer, like Charlie Winston, my mate. Fuck, I didn't call him back, did I? Anyway, we're going to do a show together at some point, and anyway, he was sat next to me, Charlie Winston, and singing his own song. I got copyright striked because it was a cover version of Charlie Winston's Like a Hobo. I'm like, it was Charlie Winston, and he was singing his own fucking song. Give me a break. And as Red Becky points out, hi now, Brian Kai. That is the classic phrase in Northern Irish. Hi now, Brian Kai. Or 1 hour in the power shower. 1 hour in the power shower. Hi now, Brian Kai. Anyway, right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for pet peeves. Paul's pet peeves. Ba-da-ba-ba jingle. Pet peeves. Pet peeves. I still haven't found the proper French translation for pet peeves. What is pet peeves in French? Somebody, quick, get it before I do in the comments. Let's go. Shut up, Siri. Pet peeves. Oh, we talked about this last week and I just forgot. Bête noire, which is racist. It literally means black beast or black insect. Why is that a pet peeve? Why is ours called a pet peeve? Le Bureau des Plantes. I like that better, Misha Luna. Was that a TV show? Pet hates. Yeah, I think they call it pet hates in the US. I think it's just because, you know, it rhymes when you say pet peeve in English. Sneeze, sneeze, sneeze. No. No. All right, my pet peeve. I've whinged about this before because I'm an English person and I whinge all the time. It's people on trains, specifically TGV trains in France, or, well, it doesn't really happen on airplanes, but it happens on trains all the time in France when you have assigned seating on your ticket, right? Your coach 13, seat 53, you show up, some dickhead is sat in your seat. And you're like, oh, sorry, this is my seat. And then they're like, oh, is it? Full well knowing it's your fucking seat. And they're like, oh, and then you both have to play this theatre. It's as if you're in the theatre. It's like a production of being like, oh, bah, je vais vérifier mon billet. And then you go, yeah, I've already got mine up on the thing, show it. And then they're like, oh, on est bien la voiture 14. No, it's coach 12, piss off back to 14. Especially when I'm traveling with my wife and daughter, because on purpose, we book the club 4, they call it, the 4 seats opposite each other with the table, because my daughter needs a table to do whatever she's doing, the colouring, the stickers, everything. And so, obviously, you know, we showed up for our train to Geneva the other day, and, of course, some French idiot was sat where we were supposed to be sitting, because we showed up, you know, not super early for the train. Here we go, talking about being late again. And there was like 2 people sat in the club 4, and we're like, oh, sorry, this is our seat. They're like, and pretending that they don't know. Pardon, just get out of the seat. Sit in your own seat, and then if no one shows up, then move. But wait for everyone to get on the train first, and then make the decision. It happens on planes. Manu. My light and sound guy would do this. He would just fucking... He drives me nuts. Oh, the guy drives me nuts. He would get on the aeroplane, especially the long haul ones that we had back from Canada. Did you see the spit just come out of my mouth onto the camera there? That was weird. Anyway, this is how angry I'm getting now. And he would just sit at the back of the plane and just, if somebody showed up, he'd be like, pardon, and he'd come back to his seat. And 9 times out of 10, it worked. And he got his own seat at the back of it drives me nuts. So anyway, what pet peeves have you got? Apparently pet peeves is American. All right, shut up. I just speak American English now. What else? Tell me your pet peeves. I want yours. Oh my God, yes, major pet peeve. Thanks very much. Laugh my ass off. Paul gets used to Indian trains at Europe as a cakewalk. The thing is, if you've got assigned seating, that's when it drives me crazy. If you don't, then it's a free-for-all and do what you want. Like we did on the boat. We took a boat trip on Lake Geneva, an hour boat trip, and we were not the first people to arrive at the boat. So we had to make do and sit inside as opposed to outside in the sunshine. Do you know what I mean? Red Becky says, pet peeve, the general public, just humans in general. Animals are much better. Joe Trevi, I was on vacation last week in Italy, and for both of the flights, I had seat next to me empty, and it felt like winning the lottery. That is the opposite of a pet peeve. It is amazing. That is the best feeling in the world. But then the person who's at the window or 2 seats next to you on the plane still manages to creep into the seat next to you. So you're like, mate, let's share this empty seat between us, right? Take your fucking headphones and put them on your side of the half of the seat that's not being used, please. Thanks very much. Oh, God, Misha, this was driving me nuts as well. Pet peeve, people who watch their phones with the sound on, people who are like scrolling through Instagram or TikTok and they don't have headphones on. Exactly. For me, it was a guy who just didn't have his phone on silent, and he's looking at it for the entire trip, and every text message, it was still going ding, 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 ding. And it annoyed me because we were trying to be really quiet with our daughter because, you know, kids on trains are really annoying. Kids on any public kids anywhere are fucking annoying. They're too loud, right? And so we were trying to be quiet, and then all of a sudden this guy's phone goes off. I'm like, well, who cares now? But yeah, love that one. What is clicking pens, Raquel Regal? Well, you would be as a teacher, wouldn't you? This pen doesn't click, so I can't pet peeve it. But I do sometimes click things around me, like beer bottle caps. They don't have a good bottle cap, Brussels Beer Project, so I can't, put it in my little beer bottle cap holder. Raquel, Lenzi, just my in-laws. What is it with in-laws? Why are in-laws so annoying? I don't have any because my wife's parents are dead. So I can't, and they've always been dead, basically. So, her dad was around for a couple of years while we were together, but then he passed away, unfortunately. So I don't know what it's like to have in-laws. So I can't sympathize, empathize, whatever it is. I don't know. What is it with in-laws? I know what it is. But you're a lady, Raquel. Okay. I think what it is mostly women against the husband's parents, right? I don't think the husband gives a shit about the wife's parents. But for some reason, our parents, on the man's side, are more annoying than the women's side. Is that true? I don't know. Paul doesn't seem just angry, but on fire from the beginning of today. Yeah, I'm on fire. Charlie, when people don't let you off the bus or train before they start pushing their way on. Yeah, I mean, this is classic big city stuff, innit? It drives me nuts. What used to drive me nuts in the London Underground, because it was so busy, this is 15 years ago, right? In the morning when I had to commute to work, and first of all, I'm queuing like halfway up the stairs. I'm not even on the platform yet. So you have to wait for like 3 trains to go past before you can get on. And the doors would open and I would count the amount of people coming out of the train. Let's say it was like 7 people coming out of the train. And then 2 people would manage to get on. And the people on the train they would be like this and they'd suddenly compress outwards like a balloon, like you're blowing up a balloon to fill up the space. And I'd be like, yo! 7 people got off the train. 7 people can get back on it. And it would be a nightmare. But yeah, that in general is a nightmare. Drivers, when other drivers who tailgate me, people that drive up your ass, that's a nightmare. Misha Luna, you're not supposed to change seats in a plane because in case of an accident, they won't be able to identify the body. Yeah, but let's face it, Misha. If you're on the plane and the plane's exploded in midair or crash landed, you're not gonna land in the seat that you were in. Your body's gonna be over there, half of it, and the other half is gonna be over there, and your seat's gonna be all the way over there. But yeah, the reason it's mostly before flight. It's for weight. I think because we were on a plane and it wasn't a small plane either, where the Manu tried to sit somewhere else, and the woman was like, "You can sit somewhere else after takeoff, but before takeoff." Because of the way the plane is balanced. It might be because Adam was sat on the other side there. Joking. And so yeah, apparently for the balance, you all need to be in the same seats because they allocate the seats based on... They don't fill up the seats of a plane from 1 to 25. They start with the middle, right, where the... I don't know how it works, but she said it was to do with the weight. So yeah. Right. I want some answers about these in-laws. Where are you? Well, no one's talked about the in-laws. All right. Oh, Bratislava. English people driving cars on the wrong side of the road. They're only doing that because they're drunk. Speaking of getting drunk, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to open the beer because 20 minutes have elapsed. I mean, that doesn't feel cold enough, to be honest with you. But it's my second Brussels Beer Project beer. I've gone with non-alcoholic, and now I'm going with alcoholic. Or not. It's not cold enough. I'm not going to appreciate it, so I'm going non-alcoholic again. I'll stick it in the freezer, and I'll open it for my Patreon only live just after this one. That's what I'll do. What else? How small was the plane? It was like an EasyJet plane. That's how ridiculous it was. I'm like, really? Really? I think it was just the excuse. I think it was the excuse. I mean, Chris and Kim, also, if you ordered a special meal, you need to be in your assigned seat. Of course. That's the trick when you get on an aeroplane, is you order the vegan meal or the gluten-free meal, because then it comes before everyone else's. And you know why that's important? Because then you can eat your food and you can have your elbows out. You don't need to eat like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. You can have elbows out, finish your meal before their meal comes, and then you can go to the toilet while everyone else is eating, so there's not a queue. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Have I ever done that? No. But it's good advice. I just don't take it myself. What else? What else? My pet peeves, Alexandre Breillet, Paris's trailback. What do you mean by Paris's trailback, Alexandre? I don't even know what trailback means. Santé. Oh, there it is! The Picobello. 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 What does that even mean, Gio Trevi from Italy? Does that just mean small, good-looking person? Like me. Picobello. Picobello. Oh, traffic jam. Oh, trailback. Is trailback... I've never heard of trailback. Just Paris's traffic jams. Oh! If you drive in Paris, it's a nightmare. Even more so for the past couple of years. Since COVID, it's gotten horrific. It was always terrible. But since COVID, it's even worse. There is works happening everywhere because of the Olympics. It's not because of the Olympics, because none of it's going to be ready in 2 months. So it's not the Olympics. It's just they're doing a lot of work. And, you know, as soon as you block one street, then all the streets are affected by it. And traffic is a nightmare. Bus lanes, bike lanes. So I take the bike everywhere, and it's amazing. Although people driving bikes in Paris are absolutely mental as well. So yeah. Oh! No! Normal guy. 898 is back with another super chat. You're joking, aren't you? I watch YouTubers that cuss. Well, fuck me, normal guy. That is your little icon. I love it. It's my mother's 54th today as well. We're both American English speakers, but speak some French for our own fun and reasons. Have a good one, Paul. Can't wait to go back to France and completely avoid the hell of the metro. Mate, you should be giving that mum to your birthday. You should be giving that money to your mum for her birthday. Mate, super chat, normal guy, 898. Well, cheers to you, my friend. That is very, very, very generous. Even though YouTube's going to take 30% of that because, you know, I do this on YouTube. So obviously they take a cut. Everyone takes a cut of everything nowadays, don't they? Normal guy, santé à la tienne, mon gros calice. That's a French Quebec swear word for you. Teach it to your mum. She'll enjoy it. Calice. 54th? How old are you, mate? I mean, I'm not going to tell you how old I was when my mum was 54, but I wasn't very old. I tell you what makes you feel old is when you get to your parents' age and you go, oh, I remember my parent at this age. And I remember my dad at my age, 37. I mean, no, that's not true. I was going to say my dad was almost my age when my wife met him for the first time. No, not far off though. But no, it's my wife who's almost my dad's age when she met him for the first time. That's crazy. How does that work? Anyway, when my dad was 37, right? Get this. I was 14 and my little brother was 2 years old. I remember, we lived in Spain. I lived in Madrid when my dad was my age and I had a little 2-year-old brother running around the house with his 6-year-old sister. That's when you realise you're getting old. It's like, oh God. I remember something that my dad did as well. This is this is reminding me how old I am. And speaking of my body not working, I remember we were in the back garden in Madrid and at some point I was talking about doing like gymnastics or flipping over. You know when you flip over and it's like you put your head down, you go into a handstand and you flip over back onto your feet, right? I used to be able to do that. And I don't know, we were sitting outside. It was summertime. It must have been 11 p.m. And I was telling my dad about this. And he was like, yeah, I can still do that. I'm like, yeah, bollocks, can you? He's 37, my age at the time. And he goes and does it in the garden and completely falls on his back and just goes, ah! Oh, Jesus! It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And I don't know how long it took him to recover. I don't remember I just remember him doing that at 37 years old, me thinking, what an old bastard. And here's me going, oh, I'm training for a marathon and I'm 37. Yeah, well done, Paul. A somersault, correct. There you go. Have I got any grey hairs? Yeah, I've got loads of grey hairs. You might not be able to see it on the camera here, but look, there you go. Look at that. That's horrific. They're coming in thick and strong now. Bratislava, I felt old when I saw footage of the British band Blur, love Blur, playing at Coachella last month and no one knew the lyrics in the audience. Yeah, I think music is one of those classic old people things, isn't it? Right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time, as Jeremy has pointed out, for Terrible Translations. It's the part of the show where you send me some terrible translations that you see out and about. Send them to me by email, terribletranslationsftw@gmail.com. For those of you listening and not watching the podcast, first of all, shout out to you lot. You guys are legends. It's terribletranslationsftw at gmail.com. There we go. Right, let me, I don't even know how many we've got this week. I didn't check. Well prepared, Paul. What was this about you working? I didn't, because it's a day off, because it's a fucking public holiday in France. I have, we got quite a few. All right, let's have it. Let's get over here. Is the phone plugged in? It is. All right. First one from Carl Pereira. Hi, Paul. A few for you. The first two were taken in a restaurant in Épernay, and the last one I got was taken in Jura many years ago. I blame Google Translate. Enjoy, Carl. I enjoyed seeing you in Cambridge. Carl, come and see me in Wellingborough on Saturday. Right. N'hésite pas à me demander le champagne à la coupe et déguster. Do not hesitate to ask champagne at the cut and enjoy. What? À la coupe. As the cut. Okay, à la coupe. Oh, God. Yeah, because we don't have a word for the glass of champagne. It's a glass of champagne. Like a glass of wine, like a glass of beer, like a glass of any other liquid, a glass of water, a glass of milk, a glass of champagne. We don't have a special word for champagne, which in France you do. It's une coupe de champagne. So Google Translate have translated that to the cut. Do not hesitate to ask champagne at the cut. So when you cut the head off, right at the guillotine, at the cut, pop the champagne and enjoy. Right, there's a whole menu here. Nos plats cuisinés maison, let me go through them quickly. Dos de cabillaud aux fruits de mer, back of cod with seafood. Back of cod. I mean, I don't know what dos de cabillaud would be in English. Cod fillet, probably. Jarreton à la bière. Stork with beer. What the hell is jarreton? I mean, sounds like an English person speaking French, trying to tell people that they've stopped drinking alcohol and they're drinking non-alcoholic beer. Jarreton la bière. Jarreton à la bière. Je le bois. Le que l'alcool sons. Right? I don't know what jarreton is. Somebody tell me what jarreton is. Let's go. Comments. I need your help. Let's keep going. Souris d'agneau. I knew this was going to come up. Lamb, mouse. Souris being a mouse. Souris d'agneau, I think, is lamb chop. I don't know what it is. I don't know any of these. Romarin, thym, ail, rosemary, thyme, and garlic. Thyme is spelt wrong, but that's okay. Is it? I don't know if it is. Filet de bœuf aux girolles et foie gras. Fillet of beef with chanterelles and foie gras. I mean, maybe that's correct, but chanterelle sounds French, so that's weird. Entrecôte de veau aux girolles. Entrecôte of veal with chanterelle and foie gras. Steak haché, ground beef, fine-ish. Steak à cheval, ground beef with egg. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't translate that to horse steak, which that's what I thought it was to start with. Lamb shank, okay. Jarret means ham, okay. Jarreton à la bière. Oh, okay. Jarreton is a hamlet, like a cutlet. Oh, very good, okay. Tagliatelle aux fruits de mer ou carbonara. Tagliatelle with seafood or carbonara. That'll do. I'm sure Gio Trevi will hate that. Right. What else have we got? Tenir vos chiens en laisse. Certaines zones sont fragiles, protégées. Veuillez ramasser les déjections de vos animaux. Okay. So, before reading the English, I would say keep your dogs on a leash. Some of these areas are fragile and protected. Can you clean up your dog shit, please? To hold your dogs, leave some. What? The sites are fragile and protected. Take care to collect the dejections of your animal. Ah! It's too good. It's too good. To hold your dogs, leave some. Where are they getting leave some? Laisse. Leave. Okay, leave some. Tenir vos chiens en laisse. Oh, leave some. Laisse-en. Like if you say, hey, can I have some potatoes? I'm going to eat all the potatoes. You go, no, laisse-en. Like leave some. En laisse. En laisse. Il faut en laisser. You need to leave some. Okay, I see where they're going with that. The sites are fragile and protected. I mean, you know, that's almost what I said. Take care. The dejections. I didn't even know déjection was a French word. Amazing. Good work. That's exactly what we're looking for. Let's go squeeze. Bonsoir Paul, j'ai quelques traductions comiques à vous proposer. You're vouvoying me. Tutoie me. You don't need to vouvoir me. L'une d'entre elles est en langue des signes. Je n'aurais pas inclus si vous n'avez pas parlé durant la dernière épisode. Okay, bad translation. One of them is a sign language, and she wouldn't have brought it up if I didn't talk about sign language last week. Concernant la pile, le problème n'est pas plutôt... Okay, I don't want to know about the thing. All right, let's go. Let's have a look at these. Oh, why are they so small? No, that's all right. Okay, let's do this one. Raisin vert sans pépin. Okay, so green grapes without... I think we call them white grapes, don't we? Green grapes without the fucking pips. Oh, I think I've seen this one before. Family owned and operated. Famille possédée et exploitée. So that basically means the family is possessed and exploited. Jesus, what kind of grape farm is this? Super heavy duty is the battery on this one. Super lourd devoir. Which, to me, translates as, this homework is really, really annoying. Because super lourd can mean like, it just, lourd technically means heavy, but sometimes when people refer to things as heavy, it means it's annoying. Like, oh, you go, that guy is really annoying. Il est vraiment lourd. He keeps flirting with my mum because she's so young. And duty is un devoir, which is kind of homework. It's a duty. They're thinking, why do we say heavy duty anyway in English? That doesn't even make sense now. All right, that's a good one. And one of them is a Swiss Army. It's Swiss Army. Oh, Swiss Army wife. Okay, I get the play on words there. Swiss Army wife, because it's a Swiss Army knife in the nails. That's pretty good. I like that. Although nails is horrific. I didn't get the sign language one. Did I miss one? No. That's all right. Good work, Squeeze. Raquel is in there. Hey, Paul, 2 picks for you. First one was taken at Calais Ferries Terminal last week. The second one at the Invaders exhibition last month. Oh, I went to that Invaders exhibition. Didn't see one. Right. Prière de ne pas laisser vos bagages sans surveillance, Calais Ferries. Do not leave your luggage without control. Without control of what? Do not leave, how would you say that in English? Do not leave your luggage unattended. Unattended items will be destroyed. And this one, descente uniquement, downhill only. What are they doing? I mean, this would be a sign for the marathon, right? If at the end, if you're a section of the marathon that's going downhill, effectively, that's not even English. How would you say effectivement? Indeed, you should have a sign that says downhill only. But descente uniquement means you're only allowed to go down the stairs. You can't come up the stairs. So you would say way down only is how I would translate that. I don't know if I'm correct or not. Red Becky, let's go. Those B's and P's getting mixed up again. What do you mean? Boneless lamp. A boneless lamp. Lamp meat. Instead of lamb. Okay, a boneless lamp. You can... This thing right behind me here is a boneless lamp. It has a Siri-controlled lamp in it. It's a lamp. Lamp meat. Oh, God. Horrific. Good work, Red Becky. What else do we have? Here's another one for you. Here's a pool one for you, Paul. Règlement piscine. Le non-respect du règlement entraîne l'exclusion. In English, that would mean, basically, if you don't follow the rules, you're getting kicked out. Anyone obeying the swimming pool regulations may be required to leave. What? That doesn't make sense. Anyone obeying the swimming pool, it should be anyone not obeying the swimming pool regulations may be required to leave. I think, instead of being a terrible translation, they've just missed a word. But still, that's pretty funny. Another one from Red Becky. Jesus Christ, never some more wrong Welsh translations. Okay. Dim cofnod, no entry. A no entry sign at Aldi's car park in Llandudno was translated in the context of bookkeeping, not traffic. What? In what context of bookkeeping do you have no entry? I don't get it, but clearly it's wrong. Cyclists get inflamed bladders. Cyclists dismount. Okay, instead of being told to dismount, Welsh-speaking cyclists were told that they had problems with an inflamed bladder by a temporary bilingual road sign between Cardiff and Penarth. The translation makes no sense. Perhaps a translator mixed cyclists with cystitis and came up with overthrown cystitis. You'd think that the word cystitis would be the same, because in French it's cystite. In Spanish I don't know. Cystitis? Hombre. Lo que pasa? I don't know. That's good. All right. We got 2 more. In Greece we trust. Just seen John Oliver's show. William DeMille. Oh, what are they talking about? C'est Naturel Farms. Oh, no. Is that one of John Oliver's team doing it incorrectly? Or is that the actual name of the thing? Or is it the name of a farm in the US? C'est Naturel Farm. Oh, God. Oh, that's one of those American companies trying to be cool by having a French name. Just like the Japanese. I found that there's a lot of Japanese names that do that. John Oliver, what a legend. Right. C'est Naturel Farms. Okay, so it is. It's in Oregon City, Oregon. Good food, naturally, with a cock in the middle. Oh, and by cock I mean rooster. Ah, come on. C'est Naturel Farms. Oh, God. Bless their heart. Bless their cotton socks. Why is that to do with In Greece We Trust? I don't know, but that's funny. Preston Sellers, there's a video. I'm not playing it. But I will watch it after the show. Terrible translations, ladies and gentlemen. Keep them coming in. Terrible translations. ftw@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, that's about it for this week's Happy Hour. Happy Hour? God! Is that how drunk I am? Maybe I should just go back to calling it Happy Hour. Because I'm not fucking happy. Monday Night Live is concluded. But you can follow up. We're going to carry on with patreon.com/Paul Taylor. I'll be there for another hour with the legends that are on Patreon. If you're in England, anywhere near Colchester or Wellingborough, I'm performing in your cities Friday, Saturday as part of the Comedy Store group. If you go to Comedy Store Colchester or Comedy Store Wellingborough online, you should be able to find tickets. If not, Paul Taylor and Friends in Paris. All in English, May 29th. And if not, come and say hi in Paris for the Adidas 10K this Sunday that I will be running with my daughter in a pushchair. Come and say high five with us, and it'll be fun. And I think that's it. That's all. They were all the promotional things. Patreon. I'll see you in a little bit. Everybody else, I'll see you next week, I think. What's happening next week? Is something happening next week? No, I'm here next week to debrief the 10K. Also, it's my brother's birthday on the Sunday, the 26th. Also, it's Mother's Day. French Mother's Day on Sunday the 26th. It's Mother's Day, my brother's birthday, and my 10K run with my daughter. And I've got a flight at 6 a.m. coming back from Luton Airport to be able to run the 10K. All right, that's it. See you next week, ladies and gentlemen. Bisous, bye.